Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to format for the Rebus story assignment. So for this I'm going to be using the story or nursery rhyme Itsy Bitsy Spider. I already have this typed up and ready to go and formatted. So that's going to be your first step in an 8.5 by 11 document. So let me show you how I did that. In Illustrator you want to go to File, New, go under your print settings. Here under Untitled, change it to your name, and then what it is, what the assignment is. We will be using inches this semester, so make sure everything is properly converted to inches. And in this particular assignment, it says to include a bleed. So we're going to include a bleed, and the bleed requirement is a 0.125, and we're going to need this for printing purposes. CYMK, PPI, all of that looks good, and then create. So it's going to look something like this. The next step is to place text. You can use your type tool, click and drag to have your text and then just start typing. Or what I did, more of a shortcut, is to place the text. I already have a Word document with the Itsy Bitsy Spider nursery rhyme in it, and I'm going to show you how to place it. So File, Place. So exactly how you would place a file as a picture, same thing you're going to do for a doc. So here it will import a DOC, DOCX, we'll import text documents. And place, this time we want to select this button here, remove text formatting, because that is something that you're going to have to do anyway. So here we're going to start formatting your nursery rhyme. I'm going to grab my character panel, type, and character. Here we go, and change it to a typeface that is readable, that is clear, but it's also going to go along with your story here. Any of those look okay? Maybe a little too much. You want to pick something that is simple, that will allow you to really get the gist of the story, but also clear to read. So just kind of be careful if you do something. Well, actually, that's not too bad. But something like that might be a little bit harder to read. So, use and explore different typefaces, but remember the craft principles in design and the typography techniques. It needs to be legible. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Anyway, format your text to a place that is where you want it to be. I've already started here, and I have the title nice and large along the top. Who it's by. Right now it says Animus, so I made that a lot smaller. And then I went to the story. I went right into the story and started formatting. I added leading, made the type size larger, and then I started to kind of like use my type tool and clear out some spaces so that I can put these symbols. Let's talk about symbols now. Your symbols is located on the right-hand portion of your screen. If you open that up, it will say symbols, and what symbols are basically pre-made illustrations. They're already vector. I can select them, click them, make them larger, make them smaller. I can even modify them. And I'm going to show you that in a little bit. But first, let me tell you about the libraries. So there might be some symbols here that you could use for your assignment or your story, but let's just say you're not doing Itsy Bitsy Spider and you want to do something mad science. I don't know. Check it out. See all the different types of symbols that are available. Okay? It's simple. It works as simple as just clicking on it and dragging. And that's all there is to it. You can treat them like any other illustration. They're already grouped together. Make it larger, make it smaller, apply your transformations as you would other shapes. Okay, and then if you don't like them, click them and delete them. You can create a pattern with your symbols as well. That would be something interesting, a nice design element for the background. And there are what are called symbol sprayers. closer towards the bottom of the tool panel in the area that looks exactly like a spray can. If I hold that down, you can see there's a symbol sprayer tool, and it does exactly what it says. It will take that symbol and multiply it in multiple different ways. And then you can create a pattern with it, or you can just create a unique design element. Play around and see what you like and how you want it to look. In this video, I'm mostly focused on the different symbols that you can use for your story. So here I already have a pre-made symbol, and it is of that spider. So let me just make that larger. I can click on this spider, and I can see all the different parts that made it up. But let's just say I don't want a black spider. I want to have, different, or maybe make it a black widow. I don't know. I'm going to select it with my selection tool. I'm going to go back to my symbol panel. There's a little button here that says break link to the symbol. I'm going to click on that. And what it does is that it changes it now to something that's editable. It'll still move as one piece, so you can double click and then get into, sorry, let me move that down, into a group mode, just like how you would with the other shapes. So let's just say I want to make, instead of that being green, I'm going to make it red. And instead of blue, yellow. So all of the blue parts I'm going to change and make it yellow. I can also use my magic wand. Sorry, it's a little bit harder to select, so let me zoom up on it a little bit more. All right, I'm going to select that. So what it will do, that little wand selection tool will allow me to select all the shapes with that particular color, and that's a huge help. And I'm just going to make it all green. And then instead of clicking once and clicking twice, with this tool, I'm just going to click once, and now I have both of those selected. And let's just make that white, just to make it different. I can go as far as change. If I don't want this to be black, I can make that green. Let's just go with this, okay? So what I did is I modified this pre-made symbol so that it is custom and it works towards my idea. All right, I hit escape, so I'm out of that group mode. But I still have only this black spider here. So if I want this spider to show up here as a symbol, and you are required to make 2 symbols, simply select your modified symbol, click and drag right onto the symbols panel. It will ask you, I'm just going to call this new spider. It is not a movie clip. It is a graphic. It is a static symbol. And okay. And now I have this green spider that I can use anywhere I want. So you want to use your symbols, or you're going to have to use your symbols more than once. 1 is going to be in your story. 2, it's going to show up here in your key because you're going to have to define your symbols. So that spider, the pre-made one, is going to go. Say goodbye. And now I'm going to use my own unique symbol. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so here are my symbols, and I can just start expanding upon this. You can check and see all the different pre-made ones that are already available. There's these silhouettes, there's these icons, and then you can also create your own. And it just as easy as I modified the one, you can make one. So the sun. Let me go ahead and make a circle and that. Right, now I'm going to use a rectangle. 1, 2, make sure those are, oops, I want to make sure that is not aligned to the artboard, to the selection. Oops, my story. And align, copy, paste. I'm going to make this, say, nope, not 90 degrees. There we go. Copy, paste. Now you can also use your reflection tools. Any of those are just fine. But I just want to quickly do this to show you how easy it is to make your own symbols. So I have all of these shapes. They're all connected. Proper ways to use this. So it's all one piece. It's meant to be one piece. So I'm going to use my shape builder tool. All right, so that's all one piece now. And now I have this wonderful, sorry, had to clean that up. All right, so here's my sun. Let's go to the symbols, click and drag. Call it a sun because that's exactly what it is. Change it to graphic, set a symbol, and okay. And now I have my own sun symbol to use here and to use down here for my key. I can change the size of it. Like say I want it to be smaller. I can make a smaller sun. Change it. Perfect. And now I have a smaller version. Small version, large version. That's all there is. So once you save your document, your symbols will be saved in your symbol panel. So when you submit your assignment, I'm going to be looking for the symbols that you used and the symbols that you made.